Please adhere to YouTube's selected guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during video. All actions are performed by professionals.
Alright, so today I'm going to be drinking Cut Water for the first time. Cut Water is a brand of mixed drinks that I have heard a lot of good things about. These appear to be pretty solid beverages with a lot of alcohol in them, and they seem to have a lot of online hype surrounding them as a whole. As such, I have grown quite curious to give Cut Water a go for the first time for some time now. And so as such, when I found this 4-pack at my local liquor store for $12.95, I knew I had to have it, and so as such, I picked it up, I purchased it, and now here I am about to try Cut Water for the very first time. How will this experience be? Will I enjoy this experience, and what will I think of Cut Water mixed drinks as a whole based off of this one experience? I don't know, but I'm very excited to find out because I want some alcohol today, and I want a nice, crisp, cold beverage today in general. What I bought at my local liquor store in specific was the 4-pack of Cut Water Mango Margarita Tequila mixed drinks, which were made in specific with Cut Water, tequila, triple sec, lime juice, and other natural flavors. Each one of the cans inside this 4-pack contains 12.5% alcohol per volume or by volume, and each one of the cans inside this 4-pack also contains 25 grams of sugar, making these, quite strong alcohol-wise and quite sweet sugar-wise, and so as such, I am thinking that these may be a little bit dangerous. But at least they're gluten-free, because these are gluten-free, which is always good for me because I myself am gluten-free. I can't drink normal malt beverages, and so as such, I am glad that that's not what this is. This is a real liquor mixed drink. Absolutely no complaints on my behalf. I do suppose, without further ado, in a moment, I should probably go ahead and quickly cover the packaging of the Cut Water Mango Margarita. Then after that, I'm thinking I should probably go ahead and get the 4-pack all opened up, go ahead and get one of the cans out and cover the look of the cans as well. And then after that, I should probably go ahead and crack one open, take a little bit of a smell inside, take a sip, and find out just what Cut Water is actually like for the very first time. But as said, all of that's going to be going on in just a moment, because first off, I need to thank the sponsor of today's video, me. I am the sponsor of today's video because I have recently released a new poetry book titled Poems to Read While Smoking Cigarettes, and that's exactly what this book is. It's a book of poems to read while smoking cigarettes. The poems inside this book are not good poems, but they are poems to read while smoking cigarettes, and if you are interested in reading these poems, this book is currently available for sale on Amazon for $14.99. Highly recommend it, of course. Now that I have gone ahead and covered the sponsored section of this video today and promoted my new book just a little bit more so than not, I do suppose without further ado, I should probably go ahead and actually start covering the packaging of the 4-pack of the Cut Water Mango Margarita Tequila mixed drinks. Let's go ahead and start off with the very top right here, which is the side that I have been predominantly showing throughout this video today. We can see that we get a very nice white background overall, just like my book right here has a very nice white background. No complaints on my behalf. Seeing some similarities so far, I will acknowledge, packaging wise at least. Had to do it, you know what I'm saying? Had to do a little bit of extra promo. What can I say, you know what I'm saying? But yes, we do get a little bit of a white background for the 4-pack right here. And this 4-pack overall, it's decent quality by all means. It's just a normal cardboard, sort of thin cardboard, just 4-pack. Nothing really too crazy going on. But due to the cardboard construction of this 4-pack, there is a little bit of a texture to the white background, which is not too bad by any means. And printed on the white background, we can see in dark blue, it just says Cut Water right there in a stylized font that we can see quite clearly. And then right here, kind of off to the side, asymmetrically, we just get what the cans inside are supposed to look like. We get a white background up here, a little bit of a V, almost like a reverse Marlboro ribbon or something like that. And then under that, we get a little bit of yellow with what looks to be a mango right there and some leaves and stuff like that as well. We get some text right here that just says margarita made with Cut Water tequila, triple sec, lime juice, and natural flavors. And then above all of that, we get, I assume, the Cut Water logo right there. Just says 12.5% alcohol by volume. Then above that, we just get in dark blue, Cut Water Mango Margarita right there. And above that, it just says award-winning real spirits. Supposedly, at least. Apparently, these are award-winning. I don't know how true that actually is. A lot of people like to say that. They might have given themselves the award. I'm not sure, but I have heard good things about these, so that very well may be true. That's very much what the can just looks like, just right off the bat kind of thing. Although, of course, I don't know if the cans inside this 4-pack will actually look like they do on the outside. I hope that they're going to, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to open up this 4-pack after I'm done covering the, well, outside of the packaging, I do suppose. We can see some more information right here, and this really is just informational information. Just says 4 cans, 12 fluid ounces, 355 milliliters. So each one of the cans inside this 4-pack are 355 milliliters. Just says gluten-free, and then it just says 12.5% alcohol by volume. Some of that is in gray, some of that is in that dark blue as well. And that's very much what's going on with the top of the 4-pack. Overall, looks pretty good in my opinion. Can't complain by any means, and I do suppose without further ado, let's go ahead and cover now what I would suppose is the front of the packaging. We can see it's pretty much the same design as the actual can itself, but just in a bigger format and in a square format rather than in a circular can format. We can see a white background up here. We can see we get a little bit of a V kind of going down just like that, almost like a reverse Marlboro ribbon. We get a little bit of a mango right there, a bunch of leaves and stuff like that kind of thing, and a nice orange background. Just says Cut Water up there, Mango Margarita, 12.5 alcohol by volume, Cut Water logo right there. We get a little bit of a silver sort of sticker looking thing, and it does have a slightly different texture than the rest of the packaging, but it's just printed on, and that just says made with real tequila. So they're really trying to advertise that this is not a flavored malt beverage unlike many other mixed drinks out there on the United States market these days. And then under that, it just says margarita made with cut water, tequila, triple sec, just says margarita made with cut water, tequila, triple sec, lime juice, and natural flavors. Just right there, pretty much just telling us the exact same information we already saw on the can itself. Moving on from this side of the packaging to the other side, we can actually see that the design itself wraps around the 4-pack. Does that happen all the way around the packaging? So it does, and we can see that the top, this is all white. This is a white background right here. There's a white background right here. This wraps around. Yeah. The design on this 4-pack wraps all the way around. The design, the logo, it all loops together, and that is something that I love just so much. I love it when packaging doesn't have like hard ends and it just continues all the way around whatever the packaging is, and they're doing exactly that with this 4-pack, and that is something that I do indeed much appreciate from a design standpoint, I will acknowledge. Let's go ahead and move over to this side real quick, and we can see, well, it's more so than not more of the same. Really nothing too crazy going on. We can see it just has a made on sort of text right there, which is a little bit different. However, that's just a string of numbers, and I don't know how to decipher that. Maybe it'll maybe they have some sort of deciphering thing online for how to decipher when your cut water was made, but I don't know when this was made because I don't know how to decipher that number right there. We could see a Cut Water Mango Margarita can. Once again, of course, that's what's inside this 4-pack. And one aspect about this side of the packaging that I really like, because it's not identical to the other sides, but it is just a little bit different while being very similar at the same time, is that we get this orange background, once again, with mango and stuff like that, but rather than the V actually being built into the actual, like, just design itself right here where it just naturally goes down like that. Instead, the V is built into the can right here because we can see this background lines up with the V right there. So we get a similar look, but a different overall design with a different sort of focus. Rather than the focus being on just the Cut Water Mango Margarita text, is now on the can itself, but we still get that V, making for a very nice continuous brand image, which is something that I do really like. Overall, there's really no new information being said on this side of the packaging though, but it does look pretty solid. On this side, we can see it is very different though. We get a white background up top, sort of an orange background over here with a little bit of red over here. Sadly, this red does not continue all the way around or like fade out or anything like that, so this is kind of a harsh edge package on this 4-pack, but this is still better Lupin packaging than not signed. Got no complaints. Just up here, it just says chill or drink on ice. I have chilled these. These were in my fridge for the last 2 days, and they were in a cooler before I took them out for this video today. It just says under that Cut Water Mango Margarita. We get a little bit of a cocktail glass right here, a little bit of a margarita inside the cocktail glass with a mango slice and some salt or sugar on the rim as well. And we can see there's a little bit of a mango design right there. And in dark blue text on this red background, it just says made with our award-winning tequila, a juicy burst of mango flavor and a hint of lime. Enjoy a chili lime rim and a mango spear. And I suppose that's probably what they're trying to show right here. Under that, we just get a silver background with a little bit of blue on one side. Just says 2+ shots. So I'm getting at least 2 shots from this beverage today. And it just says that this contains Cutwater tequila, triple sec, lime juice, and other natural flavors. And it's nice that they actually just tell you straight up, okay, yeah, this is 2+ shots of alcohol in this mixed drink, which is something I really do appreciate. Honestly, I think that's something that we should be seeing more on alcoholic beverages. Yes, ABV and proof does help you get a good idea of what strength an alcoholic beverage is actually going to be, but specifically with mixed drinks, it would be nice if they just said on the packaging like how many standard drinks is in each can or how many shots is in each can kind of thing. That would be really nice, but it's something that is not normally done, I assume, because the alcohol companies probably think that will make people drink less, and so they probably don't want to do that. But I really appreciate Cutwater having done that with this, well, drink right here. I really appreciate that they literally just told us that there's 2 shots in each mixed drink. That's something I really like, I will acknowledge. And moving on to the next side right here, we can see it's just the exact same as this side over here. Overall, yeah, pretty good 4-pack packaging in my personal opinion. No complaints on my behalf. I really like the information on this side, and I really like the design as a whole, I will acknowledge. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom real quick. We can see the barcode right there. Just says Cutwater Spirits right there on that orange background, and that's another thing. We've got that orange background right here, and it loops all the way around to the bottom. We don't get the actual like floral design, mango design, but hey, we got the background color. I'll take it. But you know, it just says Cutwater Spirits, get the barcode, just says you can recycle the box, says right here contains beta carotene. Isn't that like something they put in energy drinks or something? I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I feel like I've heard of that before. Yeah, above everything, it just says produced by Cutwater Spirits, San Diego, California. Copyright 2024, Cutwater Spirits, Mango Margarita, recognized cocktail, San Diego, California. Enjoy responsibly. Questions or concerns, they've got their number, their website, and then it just says government warning. According to the Surgeon General, women should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects, and consumption of alcoholic beverages impairs your ability to drive a car or operate machinery and may cause health problems. Well, I'm gonna go drive a forklift after this, so we're gonna see how that goes. I'm just kidding. I am forklift certified, but I would never drive a forklift while drunk. That's something I would never do, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to the packaging as a whole. Overall, very solid packaging in my opinion, and I don't mind it. It's nothing too crazy, but it tells you what you need to know with a continuous design going all the way around. It's kind of a low-key but nice-looking packaging that really does a good job of just looking good in general kind of thing. I don't mind it. I like this. It's not quite my style when it comes to packaging, but I don't think it's meant to be my style. After all, this isn't my beverage. It's Cutwater's beverage, and they've got a brand image that they want to infer through their style, and I think they've done exactly that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and grab myself a little bit of a thumbnail real quick. I do think so. Let's see if I can grab myself a little bit of a thumbnail. Well, hopefully one of those will work. I do suppose we will find out. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get one of these cans out and quickly cover the look of the cans inside as well. Although if I had to guess, I probably already know more so than not what the cans are going to look like because it does have the design of the cans on the packaging after all. I'm going to go ahead and just rip it open just like this if I can. Try not to damage the packaging too much just in case I want to grab another thumbnail in a little bit. And let's see if I can. Maybe I should have used my knife for this. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can get this open. If I can. There we go. There we go. Just like that. Just like that. Perfect. Perfect. No complaints on my behalf. There we go. All right. And yes, my goodness, the cans inside are so nice, crisp, and cold. Man, oh man, no complaints on my behalf. This is so nice in my hand. It is like a very solid, I would say, probably 90 degrees out here right now, and frankly put, it's a bit warm. I want a cold beverage, and this is going to be exactly that. Frankly put, no complaints on my behalf. Let me go ahead and grab myself just one more little bit of a thumbnail real quick, if I can. Gotta get a good thumbnail, of course. Y'all know me. Well, hopefully one of those will work. I'm gonna go ahead and put this 4-pack down on the ground now. And now, let's go ahead and quickly take a look at the design on the can itself. We can see up at the very top, we get a white background. We get on the bottom an orange background with that sort of floral mango design, I'd have to say. And up top in silver, it just said, made with award-winning real spirits, just right there. And around it, it just says enjoy responsibly, says the exact same thing on the back right there. And right below this text, it just says Cut Water Mango Margarita. Then under that, it just says 12.5% alcohol by volume. The Cut Water Mango Margarita text itself is all in a sort of blue, I'd have to say a metallic blue with a silver sort of border going around it. Not nearly as dark of a blue as it is on the packaging in my opinion, but still a solid blue nonetheless. The alcohol ABV text right there is in a green, and that has a sort of silver background, or not background, but outline. Once again, we get the Cut Water logo right there, and then that is right inside of the V that kind of goes down, as said, kind of like a reverse Marlboro ribbon, and we can see that sort of design covers pretty much the entire packaging besides this warning label area right here, which, hey, it makes sense kind of thing. They got to put the warning label on there, and they can't have it, I do suppose, not disrupting the design as a whole, because otherwise it might not be a clear enough warning label legally speaking, and they might get sued. So I understand why they did interrupt the packaging for that. On this side right here just says gluten-free. Anything on the other side? Nope. We just got a design right here on the front right here on the sort of orange background. Down below everything else up here that I've already covered, we can see we get this silver little sticker right there, just says made with real tequila. We get some leafy designs, green and blue, some more leafy designs right there kind of thing. They're going for the whole sort of like modern, simplistic sort of design language with the sort of mango look right here and everything like that, I will acknowledge. And we can see it kind of transfers to a red background right here as well. I'll cover that in just a moment though. Moving on to the other side, we can see a margarita in a glass right here, mango slice, sugar on the rim, and we can see they've got that whole sort of like simplistic look going on once again with that orange background right here, and this is a white border right here, but no white border on the white background itself, or no, there actually still is. It's just so close to being the white of the background that it is actually almost not distinct. But the sugar itself, interestingly enough, turns into a silver when it goes all the way around onto the white background, which is a nice detail, I will acknowledge. And we can see moving over to the side, it looks like this has been cut with a pair of scissors or something like that, and we get some information about what this, well, can contain. It just says 2+ shots, cut water tequila, triple sec, lime juice, natural flavors, and it just basically sells us on this just as it did on this side of the packaging right here, pretty much the exact same stuff. The only difference, I do believe, is the text up at the very top, which just says a mango twist real tequila. And I believe that's something we did not see on the 4-pack itself. Above all of this just says chill or down or drink on ice, to say that correctly, and this is on a silver background. And that's pretty much all there is to the front of the packaging per se. Nothing too much going on. Pretty much what we've already seen, but just all on a can now. We can, of course, see the warning label right here, all on an orange background. Just tells us exactly what we already knew. Has a little bit of a barcode. Just says contains beta carotene, please recycle, etc., 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 etc. Produced by Cut Water Spirits, San Diego, California. And yeah, that's really all that's going on. Nothing too much crazy going on. Nothing too crazy going on other than what I've already mentioned. And so as such, I do suppose without further ado, I should probably go ahead and get to drinking and get to finding out just how the Cut Water Mango Margarita actually is for the first time, and find out just how a Cut Water mixed drink as a whole is for the first time as well. Yeah, I've covered the packaging, I've covered everything I wanted to cover, so yeah, let's go ahead and crack this open, take a little bit of a smell, and find out just how it is. Let's see how satisfying this crack open will be. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Let's take a little bit of a smell inside. Okay, smells like mango. Definitely smells sweet, that's for sure. And overall, I'm not really smelling all that much alcohol. Now, I did do a little bit of research on these beverages before this video today to find out just additional information. That's how I found out that these contain 25 grams of sugar, even though it does not say that anywhere on the packaging. But when I was doing research, people online were talking and they were like, I had 1 or 2 of these and I woke up hungover as hell the next day. And there were like a couple people that were like, I drank 3 of them and just vomited all over my hotel room. So basically what I learned from reading about these online is that I'm only gonna have 1 of these today, because I really should only have 1 of these today. I enjoy my day drink and I enjoy getting a buzz, but I don't really want to get massively drunk. I just want to have a good time at 5:30 in the afternoon today. And that's my goal. So I'm only having 1 of these today. And I'm gonna be frank with y'all, this smells just as dangerous as I have heard, because people have been saying that these are dangerous. They go down like they're nothing. They have a ton of alcohol in them and they get you massively hungover. And this smells dangerous because I'm not really smelling any alcohol. It smells sweet, it smells nice, it smells like mango. It just smells really good as a whole. Overall, I'm thinking this is gonna be pretty solid. Without further ado, let's go ahead and take a sip of my first ever Cut Water mixed drink, and let's go ahead and find out just how this really is. Yes sir, you know what I'm saying. Oh, wow. Whoa, okay. I couldn't smell any alcohol. I could definitely taste it. Wow. Yeah, I think that's like the first time I've ever had a mixed drink actually burn the back of my throat. I have had, like, let's say strong zeros. Those are 9%. And I'll just chug them kind of thing, and they don't burn the back of my throat. I've drank wine before. That's like 14%. Doesn't burn the back of my throat. I think it's probably just due to the fact that this is made with tequila, honestly. But yes, just taking a straight up sip of this, like not a small sip, just a normal sip of this. Okay, maybe this doesn't taste as dangerous as I quite thought. But now that I've said that, it was also really sweet and really nice tasting, and while it did burn the back of my throat, I feel like if I was already buzzed and somebody handed me one of these, I just wouldn't notice. Really good though, very solid. A lot of the mixed drinks here in the United States, in my opinion, I don't drink like the flavored malt beverage ones, I'll acknowledge, just due to allergies. I'm gluten-free. But a lot of the other like mixed drinks here just kind of taste like flavored sparkling water, in all honesty. I don't want to name names, but there are a solid amount of mixed beverages here that just taste like flavored sparkling water. I'm referring to White Claw. And I've tried like one of the 9% White Claws before, and it just straight up tastes like flavored sparkling water. This, on the other hand, very much does not just taste like flavored sparkling water. I think that's probably partially due to the amount of sugar in this, because it has more of a sweet and sugary mouthfeel and just taste than a White Claw, of course, which many of the White Claws have a very minimal amount of sugar in them. So, of course, the mouthfeel and general flavor is going to be very different, but this just in general tastes a lot better than a White Claw. I'm just going to say straight up, this is just better than a White Claw. Yeah, wow. No, very good. This is pretty solid, I'll admit. It's as advertised. It's a mango margarita tequila mixed drink. You can definitely feel a little bit of the burn in the back of your throat from the little bit of tequila in there. I say a little bit of tequila. There's 2+ shots of tequila. At least that's what it says according to the packaging. It tastes like mango. I don't believe I've ever had a margarita before. If I have, I don't remember having one. I might have had one previously, but I don't remember it. What I can say, though, is that this just tastes like straight mango. Like, it just tastes like a mango mixed drink. I'm like, I don't know if it tastes like a margarita, but it sure as hell tastes like a mango mixed drink. That's very much what it tastes like to me. Yeah, pretty solid. No, pretty good. I am going to try to drink this a little bit slowly, just because 12.5% ABV. I don't want to have a second one. So I will be drinking this a little bit more slowly than not, just so I can kind of savor the flavor and kind of get a good idea of what the flavor is like over the course of this one beverage without just chugging it and then needing to open another to really figure out what the flavor is actually like. I'm not really feeling too much of a buzz right now. I only started drinking a couple minutes ago, so I'm expecting it to start hitting in probably a minute or two. But overall, the flavor, in my opinion... Okay, the buzz is starting to hit. Yeah, no, this 12.5% is... Alright, yeah, it is starting to hit. Yeah, this is definitely a little bit stronger than a White Claw. Definitely a little bit stronger than a White Claw. I can say that for sure. Yeah, no, I would definitely have to say 12.5% be hitting, for sure. Flavor-wise, I like it. No, it's very solid. Excuse me. Cutwater has a good amount of varieties out there. The mango margarita was the most attractive to me, so that's the one I ended up purchasing. But there were also like coffee flavored ones. I think that one's named the White Russian, and I was like, I don't know about that. And then they've got a couple other ones as well, and they do mixed drinks with more than just tequila too. I think they do gin and rum as well, if I remember correctly. I think the tequila ones are the ones they're mainly known for, though. But yeah, really, in all honesty, this I gotta admit, this is one of the most solid mixed drinks in a can I've had in the US of A. I mean, like, I still prefer Strong Zero over this, no question. But if they made a grapefruit flavor of this, maybe they already have one, I don't know. But if they made a grapefruit flavor of this, I would be buying it a lot. I love my, like, grapefruit pink lemonade flavored mixed drinks. I love them. And you don't really find a lot of those in the United States, frankly put. So if they made one of those and sold them in my local area, I would be pretty tempted to pick those up, I will acknowledge. This is good as well, though. Wow, though, yeah, that burning just does not go away. Oh my goodness, I have genuinely never had the back of my throat burn, even for just a second, from a mixed drink. Even from like 14% wine, I haven't had that happen. Even when I take a big sip, that doesn't happen. It really has got to be just the street tequila in it kind of thing, which is kind of crazy. Wow, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Well, I've gotten like my throat has gotten hot. It's burnt a little bit from a mixed drink that I've made myself, but from a canned mixed drink, I've never had that happen before. To really say it correctly, I do suppose. I'm gonna just take my time though and chill out. I'm gonna have one of these, I do think. Just gonna kind of take my time, chill out, and have a good time. Don't know if y'all can hear it, but there's some music in the background. It's currently 5:37 in the afternoon on a Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday today. It's about 90 degrees, and honestly, I'm just chilling in the shade right now, just enjoying my drink. And I need to think about what the actual flavor of the Cut Water Mango Margarita is actually like, but I can do that while having one of these. You know, just wanting to sit back, relax, and have a good time as a whole. No complaints on my behalf. I'm only like halfway through this, and I am already, wow, yeah. Okay, I see, yeah, this is dangerous, even with, okay, it was one of those things where I was smelling it, and I was like, yeah, this is dangerous. It smells so sweet. It smells like straight mango. I don't smell any alcohol at all. And then I first tasted it, and I was like, wow, that burns the back of my throat. This isn't as dangerous as I thought it was. And then now I'm kind of back at the same level where I'm like, this is just as dangerous, if not more dangerous than I thought it was, because I'm halfway through my beverage, and I am already quite buzzed. Like, I'm a solid, like, 5 out of 10 right now. Now, don't get me wrong, I am a massive lightweight when it comes to alcohol. I do enjoy trying different alcohols, and I do drink alcohol on a not routine basis by any means. I don't drink alcohol all the time every day by any means, but I do enjoy my alcohol more so than not, and I do drink some every once in a while, that's for sure. Every once in a while, you know what I'm saying. But I am buzzed. Wow, yeah, no, this is very strong stuff. Wow, yeah. I'm like a solid 5 out of 10 right now. I think by the end of this drink, I'm gonna be like a solid 7 out of 10. I'm feeling good right now. I am quite buzzed, no question in my mind. Just chilling though, honestly. Overall, no, very solid drink. Just right off the bat, I think I'd buy the Mango Margarita Cut Waters again, honestly. It's definitely one of those beverages where, honestly, sometimes I prefer a lower ABV kind of thing. Like if I'm wanting to sit back in the park and just kick back for like an hour or two and have a couple drinks kind of thing. I want to have a couple drinks, not just one drink, get hella buzzed, and then just sit there for 2 hours. I kind of want just like a lower ABV beverage, in all honesty. I enjoy my high ABV beverages, you know, I enjoy my Everclear, but I also do enjoy my lower ABV beverages as well, especially when I'm just wanting to sit down and actually just have a long-term drinking session where I'm just drinking and I don't just get a buzz and then it just goes away after 2 hours and then I just go on with my day. No, I want to sit down and drink for 2 hours straight, but I don't want to get like drunk drinking for 2 hours straight. I want it to be low ABV kind of thing. This is not that beverage. I don't know where I was really going with that, but this is not that beverage. This is definitely a beverage where it's like, if I'm coming to the park to have one of these, I'm having one of them kind of thing. I'm having absolutely just one of them. Like, it's like Strong Zero 9% in Japan. You have more than one tall boy Strong Zero 9% in Japan, and you're going to be on the floor. And if you're not on the floor, your tolerance is through the roof. I had 2 9% Strong Zero tall boy cans in Japan, and I was on the floor. That's not a joke. I was on the floor. I did not record myself doing that. Thankfully, I don't know if I would have posted the video if I did. It was embarrassing because I was on the floor feeling like I needed to vomit. 2 of these cut waters would be way too much. Nah. I would be on the floor feeling like I need to vomit, just like with Strong Zero. This stuff is dangerous. Yes, keep in mind, cut water is strong. It is dangerous, and it is, honestly, I feel like I'm getting so much more buzzed right now than I'm getting from an equivalent amount of like 14% wine, which is kind of crazy. Like, wine already gets me hella buzzed due to the amount of sugar in it. This has even more sugar, and that's probably why it's getting me even more buzzed. But like, I drink mixed drinks made with Everclear, and those have like tons of sugar in them, and I don't even feel this buzzed off that little amount kind of thing. I don't know, kind of crazy. Solid drink though, but definitely, if you guys are thinking about Cut Water, they're strong. Cut Water is strong. It is very strong, no question in my mind. And buyer beware, drinker beware. It will get you very buzzed very quickly, and I'm glad I'm drinking slow today. Let me just put it that way. It's good. Very good. But very strong. Very strong, no question in my mind. Taste-wise, when you first take a sip, I would have to say the flavor is that of a mango juice flavor. Well, that's really the main flavor I get, honestly. It's really just mango juice, like just straight mango juice. And yeah, don't get me wrong, there's a little bit of burn in the back of my throat, but that goes away after about 30 seconds or so, and that's really all I'm noticing. This is not a particularly complex mixed drink by any means. I enjoy my complex alcoholic beverages. I enjoy my complex liquors that I just have to think about for so long to figure out what I actually think the flavor is actually like. I don't think this mixed drink is really like that, honestly, nor are most canned mixed drinks like that. They're just meant to be good tasting with not a lot of depth, and that's kind of what they are, and that's kind of what we're experiencing with this one as well. But it's nice. Does this contain any juice? It doesn't say that it does, and I'm assuming if it did contain any juice, this would probably well, it says it contains lime juice, but the mango itself, I don't know if it contains mango juice. It's very natural tasting, though. It is very natural tasting. Like, in my opinion, like White Claw and White Claw alternatives, excuse me, can kind of at times taste kind of not natural tasting, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. I don't mind drinking like a White Claw Surge Blood Orange, but it sure as hell don't taste like an orange, or a natural orange, to say that correctly. It's just kind of like got that like orange flavor, but it's not like it's a true orange flavor kind of thing. The Cut Water, on the other hand, it really does just taste like straight like mango juice. Yeah, it just kind of does. That's just kind of what it tastes like, honestly. It's like tequila with mango juice. That is really, in all honesty, kind of what it tastes like. And that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. I am buzzed, though. I am buzzed. The Cut Water Mango Margarita definitely is a bit heavy with the alcohol. Like, I'm probably 2/3 done with my drink. Like, it feels cold right down to where my finger is right here. And I'm buzzed. I'm gonna go for a walk after this. Like, genuinely, I'm actually gonna go for a walk after this and have another one of these, I think. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. Flavor-wise, the flavor is very distinct. I'm not going to say there's not much going on with the flavor because it's right up there in your face. The flavor also, the aftertaste is quite heavy as well. You can definitely taste the mango margarita aftertaste, no question in my mind. Like, with White Claw, it really does taste like just kind of, honestly, it just kind of tastes like flavored carbonated water. And so there's really not much aftertaste. With this one, on the other hand, that mango juice sort of taste is so distinct that you can really tell it's there. You can really tell it's there. But yeah, in my opinion, the Cut Water Mango Margarita, it is very much that of a... Flavor-wise, it's very much that of a mango juice flavor with an undertone of liquor, of that tequila. You can't really tell it's tequila per se, but it's tequila because it says it's tequila. And it says there's a little bit of lime juice in there as well. Maybe there's a little bit of that lime juice. Just trying to think of a way to describe the flavor more fully than just mango juice and tequila. That's the most simple way to describe it because that's just kind of what's going on. That's kind of what pops into my head first. But a more thorough way of describing it, I think, would be when you taste the Cut Water Mango Margarita, it tastes like a mango juice, liquor, tequila mixed drink with an undertone of a slight little bit of sour. Yeah, I would have to say that lime juice is a little bit in there kind of thing. When I think about it, just a little bit in there. There's a little bit of sourness coming from the lime juice. Mango juice, in my experience, is a little bit sweet and sour, but not quite this sour. So I'd have to say the flavor overall from the Cut Water Mango Margarita, it's very much that of a distinctly sweet, citrusy, yet at the same time slightly sour mango juice sort of flavor with an undertone of liquor that does burn the back of your throat just a little bit. That liquor is tequila, but it's not like insanely tequila-esque. I mean, like, you can tell it's tequila if you really pay attention to it, I do think, but it's not like crazy tequila-esque. And then under that you get just a little bit of a flavor of lime juice. And that lime juice, it isn't adding any sort of sweetness to it. It's just adding a little bit of a more sourness to that citrus flavor. So yeah, overall, sweet mango juice, sugary mango juice, a little bit of liquor, a little bit of sour lime juice, overall making for a more sweet than sour citrus mango juice, tequila, liquor, lime juice flavor. And that's what the flavor of this beverage, of the Cut Water Mango Margarita that I have with me today, that's what the flavor of this is actually like, in my opinion. Overall, not too bad. I did let this go out. Can y'all believe me? I can believe me. I got so distracted by my alcohol that I let this go out. Hey, it is what it is. Let's go and get my lighter out of my pocket. Just like that. And let's go and get this going again. Try not to burn off my eyebrow while I'm doing so. A couple nights ago, I was drinking. And I went outside for one of these. And I had like half of one in my ashtray that I had just like stored from like previously because I only had half of one like earlier. And I lit it up and I was like, I could just feel like my eyebrow right here burning. And I walked inside and went to the mirror in the bathroom and I was like, did I just burn off my eyebrow? I feel like Adam Savage right now. Did I just burn off my eyebrow? Yo, Mythbusters goated for real. Mythbusters goated television show. I love Mythbusters. Shout out Adam Savage, Jamie Heineman. Shout out everybody. Shout out everybody on Mythbusters. Shout out. Goated show. Loved watching Mythbusters. But yeah, I felt like I burned off my eyebrow. So I was like, let me make sure I don't do that today. And thankfully, I think I avoided that. That would have been pretty embarrassing to do on video, to burn off part of my eyebrow on video. But yeah, when I walked outside and I lit that smoke and I felt like I had burned off part of my eyebrow, like, I looked at my eyebrow in the mirror and I was like, man, like the tips of my eyebrow, like right there, kind of cauterized, not gonna lie. Kind of cauterized like a piece of rope, like when you're like tying knots and you like want to cut it and then like burn it so it don't like fray everywhere. Yeah. That was solid though. Man, I'm so buzzed though. I've described what the flavor of the Cut Water is like. It's pretty solid. I quite like the flavor of the Cut Water Mango Margarita. And overall, based off this one experience, I'm gonna have to say, I like Cut Water mixed drinks. I don't think I'm gonna like every flavor. Like, let's say their White Russian coffee flavor. I don't think I'm gonna enjoy that because I'm not one for coffee. But I do quite like the mango margarita. The mango margarita is very solid in my opinion. I'm enjoying it, and I am like a solid like 6, 7 out of 10 right now. 6, 7, you know what I'm saying? Gotta do it. I have been somehow putting a 6, 7 joke in like almost every video I've been making lately, and I don't know how, but I'm loving doing it because 6, 7 is hilarious. It's kind of a dead meme now, but I don't care. I'm gonna keep saying it. 6, 7 is really funny. It has no meaning at all, and it is hilarious. I'm gonna keep saying 6, 7. Yo, 6, 7, 6, 7, yes sir. Wow, though, yeah. Definitely when you take a sip, you can taste that liquor in the back, for sure. I feel like I hear a drone, but I don't see a drone. I do see birds, but I don't see no drones. But I felt like I heard a drone for a second there. Not exactly sure. Honestly, though, I'm just vibing. Like, I've got a solid 7 out of 10 on the buzz scale. Like 10 is like blackout drunk. Like, that's like 2 9% strong zeros in a row. A 7 is like comfortably buzzed, but I don't really want to drink anymore just because I'm not really like somebody to get like super drunk. Like, for me personally, like a 7 out of 10 is about right. 7 out of 10 buzz is about right for me. Like, I'm buzzed. I don't really want anymore. I just want to sit back, relax, and enjoy what's going on around me. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. But I've also still got like a fourth of a drink to go. Should I drink the rest of my drink? I should, because this is a review of the Cut Water Mango Margarita, and I've got to drink an entire can of it. I am glad I decided not to drink 2 cans, though. Because if I drank... Yo, 2 cans. Yo, y'all ever seen a toucan in real life? I have. I've seen a toucan in real life. And let me tell y'all what, that toucan was made out of 2 cans of strong zero. That put me on the floor afterwards. That toucan beat my ass. Yo, shout out toucans, goated bird. Hilarious bird. Love their beaks, you know what I'm saying? Don't toucans literally eat mangoes? I feel like they do. Shout out toucans, for real. No cap. Now, I really enjoy the drink, though. Is Cut Water better than White Claw? Yes, it is. It's better than the White Claw Surge Blood Orange, which is currently my favorite White Claw. That isn't saying very much because I'm just not really the biggest fan of White Claw. But yeah, I do prefer the Cut Water over White Claw. No question in my mind. And honestly, the more I drink, the more I'm actually kind of enjoying the sort of slight burning sensation from the alcohol in the back of my throat kind of thing. I'm really not minding it, in all honesty. Yeah. Excuse me. No, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Really not minding it, I will acknowledge. Yeah. No. Do I prefer the Cut Water Mango Margarita over strong zero? Not just grapefruit strong zero, which is my favorite, but also just normal strong zero? Or like, let's say like the Kirin Chew Highs from Japan? No. I do not prefer the Cut Water Mango Margarita over any strong zeros, or really, honestly, any of the Chew Highs I've had from Japan, honestly. But I do quite like the Cut Water Mango Margarita. It is very solid. And it is, in my opinion, one of the better mixed drinks I've tried in a can from the United States so far. It's without a doubt on the same level as the -196 strong zero from the United States. And it is just very solid as a whole. Yeah, no, I don't mind. The Cut Water Mango Margarita. Not bad by any means. I'm enjoying it. Not the best thing I've ever had. I've had better, but it's pretty dang close. It's up there, for sure. Overall, rating-wise, I would have to give this a very solid 8 out of 10. And honestly, the reason why I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 and not above is because it's honestly too strong for me. Like, 9% would be about right. Like, a 9%, I'm feeling right. I'm feeling good. but 12.5%. Oh man, I'm feeling buzzed. Yeah, I think like a very solid 8 out of 10 for this alcoholic beverage is very deserving. I think that's a very solid rating for this beverage, and I think that's what I'm going to be giving this beverage as a rating as a whole. Ooh. I will take my time drinking the last sip or two of it though, because I'm already very buzzed. I am like a very solid high 7 out of 10 right now. Not even like a 6 or 7 out of 10, just a high 7 out of 10, frankly. But I'm like almost at an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna have to go for a walk after this because I'm buzzed. I'm buzzed. Just frankly put, I'm just gonna say it straight up. I'm buzzed. It is a beautiful day though, and I am very glad I decided to put my Cut Water in the refrigerator a couple days ago, because man, my cans are probably not very cold anymore. I should probably put them back in my cooler. So I'm gonna go and do that real quick. Just had to take my new poetry book, Poems to Read While Smoking Cigarettes, off the top of my cooler. I had it on top of my cooler. If you guys want to check out my new book, highly recommend. Of course. Yes, sir. Highly recommend. You know, gotta advertise just a little bit. But I'm gonna go and put my Cut Water back in the cooler so they remain a little bit cold, just in case I want one when I get home or something like that kind of thing. Got a Kind bar in my cooler as well. Might have my Kind bar in a few. I was looking at my battery pack. I've got my battery pack with me today. This is an INU fast charge 10,000 milliamp battery pack. Yep, that's what this is. I was just looking at it on the ground because I thought the light was on, and I was like, why is the light on? My phone's not plugged in right now. I took it out just in case my phone needed a charge, but I think we're all good. I don't think my phone does need a charge right now. Maybe. I'm probably gonna end this video, and then my phone's gonna be on 20%, and I'm gonna have to use it right then. Hey, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I think I'm gonna go ahead and have this right here. I had a little bit of this before the video today, and I didn't want the whole thing then, but I do want the rest of it now, so I will have the rest of it now as I'm finishing off the rest of my beverage, because I want it. Okay, I'm gonna have to give that a minute. These are quite strong. I am just gonna chill. I am very buzzed right now, and the more buzzed I get, the more this affects my buzz. And I am buzzed right now. I am just chilling. But man, oh man, I am buzzed. I'm feeling good right now. Cut Water, I gotta admit, it is just as dangerous as you might think it is. I heard that it was dangerous, and now I know that it is kind of dangerous. I don't know if I said this at the beginning of the video, but I was doing some research on Cut Water, and I saw a couple like forum posts of people saying that they drank like 2 or 3 of them and ended up like vomiting all over their hotel room. And you know, having smelled it, I didn't think, I was like, man, this stuff ain't anything kind of thing. It don't smell like it got no alcohol in it. And then having tasted it, I was like, okay, I kind of see the point. Now being this buzzed, I see what they mean. Cut Water hits hella hard. Cut Water hits crazy hard. Probably the hardest I've ever gotten hit off of 12.5% of alcohol. Genuinely. I really, honestly, excuse me. I really honestly feel like if I just drank straight Everclear, I wouldn't feel this bust. I mean, like maybe not 355 milliliters of Everclear. I think that would put me in a coma. But if I just drank straight Everclear, I really, even if it was an equivalent amount, like 2 shots of straight Everclear, I don't feel like I would be feeling this buzz, and I really think it is due to the sugar. I don't know what they did to the sugar, but the sugar must contain alcohol or something, because oh my god. Wow. Yeah. Very buzz-inducing. Cut Water is very buzz-inducing. And I will be chilling for quite a while after this video today. No question in my mind, I will be chilling for quite a while after this video today. I'm feeling good, though. I'm feeling good. Feeling buzzed. Feeling nice. It's a warm day, but I'm sitting in the shade, got a nice drink with me. No complaints on my behalf. And I think I've got one more small sip left. Whew. Wow. All right. I think that was it. I think that was it to my Cut Water Mango Margarita. Overall, I'd have to describe the Cut Water Mango Margarita as being the alcoholics canned mixed drink of choice. That is kind of my take about it. And it is, in my opinion, the closest we have gotten to, honestly, it's kind of stronger than Strong Zero. But it is the closest we've gotten to an American Strong Zero. Which I realize minus 196 is technically American Strong Zero, but it's not quite the same because they don't sell 9% yet. They do sell Tall Boys now. I need to find one of those. But the Cut Water is crazy strong. This is the closest we've gotten to the Salaryman Special in the United States, I do think. And the Cut Water Mango Margarita hits hard. It hits hard. I'm very buzzed right now. Final thoughts. It's very strong. You can definitely taste the alcohol, but it's not so bad. It's honestly kind of pleasant as you continue drinking. And overall, the Cut Water Mango Margarita is a very solid mixed drink, a very solid canned mixed drink as a whole. Overall, I don't mind having drank this mixed drink right here by any means. I am a very solid, like, 8.5 out of 10 buzz-wise. I am not having another Cut Water today. I am all good, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day without having another Cut Water because I'm all good. I'm set on alcohol for today. Yeah, I'd have to say a very solid 8 out of 10. A very solid 8 out of 10 for the Cut Water Mango Margarita is very deserving. And I think that's the rating I'm going to go with. Yeah, final thoughts. Good drink. Not one I'd want to have all the time, but a good drink nonetheless. And I have enjoyed my experience, my first ever experience with Cut Water today. No complaints on my behalf. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. If you guys have, of course, make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to check out my new poetry book, Poems to Read While Smoking Cigarettes, available in the description and comments down below. $14.99 on Amazon. Highly recommend. Appreciate y'all watching today's video. Excuse me. And until the next one. Felt like I had to burp, and I did burp. Until the next one, y'all. Stay safe in peace, and have a great one.